And hello, hello. Welcome back to Mystical, Magical Magi Monday. My name is Andrea Blythe. I'm the traveling Magi of Let Love Rise. And today we are going to talk about the Three of Hearts. And unfortunately, Mama Bear Mare, who is a Three of Hearts energy, is recovering this week. Voice, throat. I mean, we have been in a portal, ladies and gentlemen. Have you felt it? Have you felt the energies of this time with that massive shift? Neptune moving into Aries for the first time in our lifetime. A whole new energy has taken place over the planet on the tail end of this ecliptic season. I mean, the whole month of March. So a lot has been upheaved, is churning within us. And perhaps, like Mama Bear Mare, you are feeling it somewhere in your body. So really pay attention, listen to your body. The Three of Hearts is the card of expression of what you're feeling ultimately. Threes in the Magi card science system, they're the number that represents creativity and expression. And then, of course, the heart is the energy of love and feelings and emotions and home and family. And so when you combine those two, you're looking at ways that you creatively express what you're feeling on the inside. How can you share your voice, your love, your light, your truth with compassion so that it can be well received, by another person? So the expression in love is how I often refer to this card. And with every three, there is a low side that has to do with fear and uncertainty and indecision. So being aware of where you might have a three, whether it's the Three of Hearts, clubs, diamonds, or spades, the energy signature of that creative element, that expressive element, coupled with the worry and the indecision element, is important to understand where it is speaking to you in your soul roadmap. So you may be somebody who is born of this birth card. I was going to pull up the birthdays. That's what Mama Bear Mare has typically done. I would say that it is, I'll put it in the notes, but anybody to be born of this card energy, I believe it's just going to be November and December birthdays, maybe still just December. I will put the birthdays in the notes. Now, remember, there are two ways that this can be your signature card. It can be your actual birth card. Again, if you're born at the end of December, I believe December 28th is a Three of Hearts day. That might be the only one. Or it can be your planetary ruling card. And we get our planetary ruling card based on your birth and your zodiac sign, the ruler of the zodiac. And I know it's wild to think that playing cards are actually an ancient prophetic book of astrological wisdom, but indeed, dun dun dun, they are. So I'm glad you're here to learn about it. The Three of Hearts energy, that expression of love, of ways of being. And I would say that the other thing that is important to note about the Three of Hearts is their karmic journey. And I would love to share for all the cards that we go through here. We're in spring season, which is represented by the heart. It is the East. It is the foundation of love and new beginnings. It's the beginning, really, of the Magi wheel from hearts to clubs to diamonds to spades. And it coincides with the beginning of the zodiac, this Aries season. So I find it really fascinating that Neptune, this higher octave of love, really is universal love, like big, 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 like God type love in the most beautiful and pure way, whatever God means to you. And I know some of us carry some really heavy heart wounds and attachments to God and what that might stir up for you. But really, the highest level of Neptune is that of detached, full, genuine love that that we all are from Ultimately, it is our divine spark. We come from love. We are here to love. We heal through love. And that is so much of the signature that is present right now. And also in the Three of Hearts card, it has a spirit karma of the Ace of Hearts. I have a love for my dog Jasper who needs to go outside, so I'm going to open this up real quick. And there we go. So the Ace of Hearts being your spirit, the spirit card of anybody who's born as a Three of Hearts person is all about loving yourself. It is the card of self-love. It could be new beginnings in love, but when I look at it as a as spirit karma, it's what Three of Hearts people are here to learn through, to give a lot of their energy to. And this self-love. Now, on the other side, there is a second karma called the soul karma. And the soul karma of a Three of Hearts happens to be the Queen of Clubs. And the Queen of Clubs is really, I look at her as like the mother of intuition. She is a master of the mind suit. The King and Queen of Clubs master the mind. And and the Queen, her mastery is shown through service. And so this Three of Hearts energy is something to understand the whole package, right? The package of this self-love healing journey that Three of Hearts people are often on in this lifetime, but also to be carrying in the wisdom and the intuition of the Queen of Clubs that is supporting her. That has been wisdom gained in previous lifetimes. Just beautiful, a beautiful, strong influence to remind every Three of Hearts person that we come from something bigger and we are here to love in a whole different way. And that is the final thing I want to say about the Three of Hearts is it can show up as unconventional ways of loving. It can look like loving multiple people. There could be different non-traditional not forms of expression of love and what marriage might look like, what partnership with another might look like, that the Three of Hearts, as long as I think ultimately, not just for the three, but for everybody, there's no wrong decision in life unless we make a decision that is not for ourselves. If we're making a decision for somebody else, to please somebody else, to do something that somebody else likes that's not serving what your body knows is right for you, then you're making a wrong decision. And then you're probably going to be pointed on a path that's going to autocorrect eventually. But the Three of Hearts person, you have the freedom to express yourself through love and in relationships in a unconventional way, a very creative way, and in a way that feels right to you. So honor that in yourself. Honor the way that the Three of Hearts might show up for you. I remember right after I got divorced, uh, like, and I had been married for over 20, well, I had been married for 20 years, but in relationship with the same human for closer to 30 years of my life. And coming out of a relationship, the first thing that I found myself wanting to do was be back in a relationship. And I actually had the Three of Hearts as a long range card. And a long range card is just one of your headline cards for the year. And what it is, it's neither positive or negative. It's just where a lot of your focus will go. And so the Three of Hearts showing up for me in my long range was just saying, this is not a year for you to settle down, find a new partner. This is a year of experimentation in love. This is a year of probably dating multiple people, right? And that is the signature of the Three of Hearts. It is multiple, it could mean multiple hearts, multiple people. Another way the Three of Hearts could show up is if you are desiring to have a child and you're in a couple, right? A couple goes from the one to the two, now you're a couple. And the Three of Hearts could be the birth of a child. That is one possible other interpretation. So these cards are really fascinating because they speak to both a personal, very personal energy signature for the people that are either born that birth card or have it as a planetary ruling card. And then for the rest of us who that card is not part of your energy signature, you can still have it in your roadmap. So if you want to know more about your personal roadmap, I invite you to click on the link in the description that has a application to a complimentary roadmap call where I will share with you what your birth and your ruling cards are, what that essence means to you, but more importantly, where your roadmap is guiding you right now at this point in time in history. Where where are you being asked to level up, to let go, to create change, or maybe to stick with the status quo? There's so much valuable wisdom and information embedded in your soul roadmap that it would be my absolute honor to help interpret and guide and unlock some mysteries of yourself and where you are. Because, like I said, with Neptune and Aries, for the first time in our lifetime, all of us on this planet are experiencing it in these bodies, at least, for the very first time. And so there is a lot of uncertainty. There is a lot of unknown, and so much while Venus is still coming out of her retrograde and Mercury and Mars are all our personal planets coming out of retrograde. There's a lot that's being questioned, a lot of our self-worth that is being reviewed, particularly as these planets have been moving between Pisces and Aries, endings, completions, culminations, deep mysteries into the Aries energy of I am. This is who I am now. This is what is had to go away, what I had to let go of so that I can come through. Really, I just see March and April as a powerful portal of new beginnings, of transformation. So I hope that it is showing up with you in a positive way, and just know that those growth edges don't feel good sometimes. Okay, maybe all the time they don't feel good. And they're for you. They're for you. Everything that you are experiencing right now, whether you are being called into silence because your voice has been removed, whether you are called into stillness because your feet are ailing you and hurting your back, whatever physiological symptom that you are feeling, please listen to your body right now, right? We're going through some major transformation. And when we honor our bodies, when we listen to what we need, we just create more space for us to show up fully, courageously, authentically ourselves. And then hopefully we learn how to use the high side of the energy of the Three of Hearts to express ourselves, to express our feelings, to express our love, what we need in a relationship, how it feels good to feel loved, what doesn't feel good. Expressing that is so important. And perhaps even if it's not through words, through art, through music, through dance, through paint, through coloring, finding ways to express what your heart is feeling and honoring that, especially this spring season, this season of new energy on the planet. How are you tending to your heart and what it needs? And that is a message of today's Three of Hearts. Come back next week for Magi Monday, where we will be discussing the Four of Hearts, this very stabilizing, grounded love energy, and how it can show up for you and the birth dates. And once again, I will put the birth dates of the Three of Hearts in the description below. If you're curious to know more about your soul roadmap, click on the link, apply today for a conversation with me, and I would love to guide you further into understanding your soul essence. Because as the wise Maya Angelou once said, when you know better, you do better. All right. Here's to love and joy in the journey. Have a beautiful full moon in Libra week. I mean, that's a whole nother tangent for another time. Oh my gosh. Buckle up to love and joy in the journey. Bye, y'all.